Round one fight, I'm ready to go. 99 on the clock, but you already know. Jump in right away, I'll throw a DP. Think you out of blocks, done, catch a tiger knee. The best of the best all came to play. We'll find out who's the real world warrior today. Cracking open some toys, man, what you gonna do? Taking a look at Jada Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Perfect. Hey guys, welcome back to Cracked Open Games and Toys. Today we're going to be checking out the last wave of Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers figures. This is featuring Vega, Sagat, and Blanka. I know these are a little bit older, but you know, they haven't come out with the next wave yet, which is going to be Balrog and Akuma. I'm really looking forward to those figures, so I figured what a better time to unbox all three of these in one video and get them all out so we can check them out. And I'll leave timestamps down at the bottom in case there's just a particular figure that you're interested in checking out and seeing. But yeah, let's get started in checking out some of these boxes and everything. We'll unbox the figures, take a look at the articulation and all the accessories, and then come back for a final thought. Without further ado, let's take a look at Vega. Alright, so on top of our figure here, as far as the accessories go, we're going to get this additional like squishy plastic mask that can go over his default head that he comes with here. We got the hand for his left hand. And here is an open fist for his right hand. We also have an additional claw that can go on his open right hand. The one that comes with it is molded on there, so just to show you guys, this isn't going anywhere. It's not on a clip like the other one is. Since it's closed, it's just mounted onto that, or molded onto that default hand that is on there. We have an alternate face if you prefer that, with the mask actually on there, so you don't have to, you know, keep shifting it around if it moves or something. And this one actually has flexible hair too, so that's pretty sweet. And then we get this really awesome clear effect part. And this will go into either claw, and it kind of looks like it goes on reverse because it's creating like a trail effect, but you just plug it in right there, and then you got that kind of like slicing effect, which is just awesome. Alright, so next we'll take a look at his articulation and the figure itself. Alright, here's a look at the figure itself. Let's get a look at the face sculpt there. Man, he does look kind of, I don't know, kind of googly-eyed, cross-eyed there with the default face. Good thing he's got a mask on most of the time to hide that, but man, I don't know about those. That eye painting just seems like it's a little bit off, but I don't know, it's serviceable because he's going to have a mask on most of the time. This default head, you know, do the 360 and everything, but this does not have the movable, it's got the flexible plastic, but it does not have that like articulated part. As far as the figure itself, what you're going to be working with here is the actually butterfly shoulders, which is pretty sweet. You got a 360 there as well as out to there with the shoulders. And these things are just hyper articulated for the price they go for. We got a bicep rotation. We got double jointed elbows. And we've got a swivel 360 at the wrist, as well as a bend at the wrist too. Right, same thing on the other side. And as far as the claw, again, this is all one piece here. You are going to get articulation there at the wrist, as well as the complete 360 rotation. And he's got all the same stuff on this side as well, as far as the double jointed elbow, bicep rotation, butterfly at the shoulder. We do have a crunch at the waist, like all these Street Fighter figures, just awesome. And we do have rotation here as well. We got a 360. And I didn't even notice this, but just like M. Bison, these are soft goods with a wire, bendy wire in them. So, man, already super impressed with this. Holy crap. So you can do the same type of stuff that you can with Bison with him, and just do some like crazy like wind flowing poses and stuff. Just so sick. As far as the legs go, we have, let's see, out to here and back. It's a little bit limited. His butt getting in the way, but that's as far as you're going to get to the back. Out to there on the sides, almost a full split, pretty close. We've got thigh rotation, we got a thigh cut there right at that paint mark. We have double jointed knee. We've got rotation at the ankle, and we've also got a tilt and bend at the ankle. So this guy is fully loaded, fully stacked with articulation. And I mean, like, get him in a standing pose, but I mean, he doesn't, it's just up close that face really starts to get a little bit annoying looking. But I mean, with his mask, let's check him out with his mask on and stuff and see how that looks. Yeah, I don't want to break this. You know what? This might not be meant to go on that way, and I feel like because of the stretchiness, like I might snap something because this is really stretchy plastic. So we're just going to check out what that other head sculpt looks on him. I'm going to assume that this might be like a way for him to hold the mask or something like that. Or just, you know, like in the game, if he gets hit too much and his mask pop off, you can have it off to the side or something like that. I'm not even going to risk it because I feel that plastic, like soft plastic with transformer stuff, and I can definitely feel that snapping. So let's check out the other head sculpt and see. All right, there he is with that other head sculpt with the mask on. And boy, he looks sick. This is an awesome Vega figure. I don't think I've seen a better one than this. Holy crap. And with the articulation on the hair back here, again, this is soft plastic, but it has that articulated swivel joint back here, so you can kind of get it in like a wind flowing whatever, and then you can wrap your let's see, maybe better if we looked off in the other direction, so all this stuff could be pointing the same way. So I mean, just really simple like that. You can have just an awesome looking Vega there with all the soft goods, and his hair kind of, I can get him to stand up straight. There we go. Man, he looks so good. And yeah, let's go ahead and pop in this other fist just to show you guys how that looks, because I already know what I'm gonna review this figure as, man. You know, these Jada figures have been super impressive, and I didn't even really feel like picking up this Vega, but I'm so happy I did now. Man, just impressed on the fly. All right, so there we go. Man, he looks so good, especially with that claw attachment. I'll remove that a little bit so you guys can see the blades and stuff and how that looks. And maybe you could, I can't remember the exact pose from the game, but if you're gonna do his like upside down claw thing, you might be able to do something like that too, where he's like, you know, and I can't remember right off head, but you know, something like that where he's like doing a leaping slash down on you, and that works. And yeah, I'd say that works pretty well. We just have to get a little stand or something to be able to put him in that. But man, he is so cool. They just did I guarantee if you see this in store, you're probably just gonna be like, oh, it's just a Vega figure, but in hand, he is amazing. Just an awesome figure. And checking out this head sculpt too, let's get in there for a second. This one looks so much better, and those eyes are definitely, they seem like they're just better aligned on the mask face. Like they don't look cross-eyed or weird or anything, they just look right, and he just looks awesome with that mask on there. So this is probably the way I will pose him on shelf, and just have him with his mask on, maybe put that other one off to the side or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, he looks great. All right, here's a 360 look at Vega and all of his accessories. Before we get into that, let's just take a quick height check. He is coming in at just over 6 inches. So he is pretty much the standard figure size in this line. I'm not sure, maybe he just was afflicted by a bit of the price changes that have hit toys recently. He's, I think, about $30, like $5 more than what the figure line started at. So that's what you can expect to find him for at retail. Let's go ahead and take a 360 look. All right, next we'll take a look at Sagat. All right, and out of the package, what we're going to get with Sagat is his fireball. It's not going to stand on its own. An additional kind of angry face sculpt and 2 open hands you can use to make tiger shots with for his fireball. And we also do get this stand as well to put his fireball on. Let's go ahead and check out this alternate face. That looks, that is probably the one I'm going to be using. That looks pretty sick. And Sagat is angry most of the time anyway, so might as well put this head sculpt on him. Man, that looks good. Before we do, we'll check out all the rest of the accessories. There's a fireball. And if you, I don't know if you remember the old Toy Biz Street Fighter versus X-Men versus Street Fighter figures, but they came with some really cool looking effects parts like this. But if you got a whiff of that package or smelled them, they smelled terrible. Just like really, really bad injected plastic smell. But thankfully these do not. Jada did a good job with that. Alright, so there's all the accessories, and let's take a look at the figure next. Get a close up of that. Actually, the standard head sculpt is really good too, so if you want him like a stoic kind of look, man, this is really, they give you a couple really, really awesome head sculpts with this guy. Very sick. Alright, so his head is on that full 360. We've got a bend at the neck as well. And yeah, a little bit of bend at the head too. That's pretty awesome. You get double articulation there. We got the butterflies at the shoulder. That is sick. We got the full 360 at the shoulder as well, out to there. We got full 360 on the bicep. Double jointed elbows. Jada knows their stuff. And for the wrists, we got the full 360, as well as a bend there at the wrist as well. So all the goodness articulation that you could want in the arms. And for the chest, we do have a crunch. You're going to get down there and back to there if you want that. Really nice cut there. It doesn't look intrusive at all. And do we get a full 60 on this guy? Yep. Full 360. The legs. Actually, we have a tilt here. Not just a crunch, but look at that. We can go side to side on that too. That is sick. Out to here, all the way, full Van Damme on the splits. That is crazy on a figure this big. His butt mold is going to kind of prohibit it from going back any further than that. That's kind of not the greatest, but get full out to the front. And as far as the knees, we got a double joint there as well. And as for the ankles, full 360 up here, a little bit above the actual ankle at the start of that grip tape. And for the foot, we have side to side rockers as well as up and down, and we got toe articulation. Holy crap, this thing is fully loaded. Amazing. Alright, so that is a look at all the articulation for Sagat. Let's check out his alternate head and the other accessories if I can get him to stand, which actually no problem at all, Jada Toys. Let's see how I thought this was the better head when I took it out of package. I don't know now. I like them both. They're both pretty nice looking. Uppercut pose here. And he could do a tiger knee straight out of the box, man. That is sick. So I don't have the graphic right beside me, but I mean, you can get him in an uppercut. No problem at all. So I know that's not exactly like the game, but it's close enough. And I mean, the knee, if you want to do tiger knees, I mean, that is sick as well, that he can just, again, I don't have the exact posing graphic right in front of me, but I mean, he can, because of that double jointed knee bend, he can do that fine. All right, let's check out the hands for the tiger shot. All right, so getting him all set up in a tiger shot pose, this is what you can kind of get close to here. And I really like these open hands for this, because like in the Alpha series, he doesn't have this in Street Fighter 2, but he can pull these hands back and do the super motion. And this is just how it would look in Street Fighter 2 when you're going for a high tiger shot. So I really like how that looks. So I think the inclusion of this effect here works well, and I think the posing and everything that you can get him into with his crunch on his stomach and his legs posed and everything, with the ankle tilts as well as the toes that can move and articulate if you need them to, just works awesome. So yeah, just really, really cool. All right, before we do a 360, just going to give you guys a height measurement here. He comes in at just about, maybe a little bit over 7 inches, just maybe like 7 1/4 barely. So he is a bit bigger than the other Street Fighter figures that have released so far, and so is Blanka, which we'll take a look at in a second. But let's go ahead and do a 360 on him. And just the detailing and everything is just amazing on this guy. For, I think he retails around 30 to 35, depending on if you can get him on sale or not. All right, next we'll take a look at Blanka. What else you're going to get in the box is couple of these electrical effects, which is really sweet. So he can do you can pose him in that lightning position, like he's doing the lightning attack. You're also going to get this additional head sculpt, which is, yeah, I kind of like this one a little bit more with the open mouth. Makes him look like he's in the game attacking. The hair is all flexible plastic, kind of just like the Vega ones, so that's what you're going to be getting there. And then we've got these 2 additional open hands. Pretty sweet. So yeah, let's get this guy all set up and we'll take a look at the articulation. Alright, so here's Blanka completely out of package. Let's go ahead and take a look at this figure's articulation. And with all the Jada figures, it seems like we're getting a butterfly shoulder with all of them, which is sweet. The head, here's a look at that other head sculpt. Really nice too. And same thing, it's got that flexible plastic for the hair, whether you're a fan of that or not. That's what he's got. 360 for the head on a ball joint. And let's see. Yeah, it's just a ball joint there. And then you're going to get forward and back movement, just a little bit on the neck itself, not too much, but a little. And then yeah, we got those butterfly joints on the shoulders. Complete 360 at the shoulder. You're going to get out to about there, down to here. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed at the elbow again. And we get wrist swivel and a bend at the wrist. Actually feels like it's ratcheted slightly. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. The only thing I don't see on here that I don't quite like on the arms is this joint color is a different plastic. It might not pick up on the camera, but it is ever so slightly lighter there on the elbow joint, which kind of a little bit of a slight mismatch there. Same thing for this inner joint here. I don't know if that's going to bother anybody, but that's a slightly lighter plastic there too. So just to let you guys know, that's what I'm seeing when I'm taking a look at this guy. As far as the torso, you're going to get the crunch there and back there. Got the full 360 all the way around. And can you actually, I don't want to press that. That looks like it's too far, but you get a rotation to there and a rotation to there. And let's see if he bends like Sagat. Yeah, you get a little bit of side to side motion. That dude, that is insane. For like a $30, $35 figure. Man, Jada, just completely awesome. Okay. So with the legs forward, get the full forward. Back, again, a little bit hindered. I mean, this is soft plastic here compared to Sagat and Vega, so you're going to get a little bit more than you would with those. Out to the side, full Van Damme. Double jointed at the knees again. And for the ankle, no chains or anything, but we got these cool little cuff parts that are completely separate from the legs themselves, so that's pretty sweet. He does have a rotation at the upper ankle, as well as, no, oh, let's see here. Okay, so that is on a bend there, and you get a side-to-side rocker as well. So yeah, very, very posable. Same articulation that you're going to get on the other figures too, so that's really cool. And just real quick, I didn't show this in the articulation, but there is a swivel in the upper thigh as well. I didn't see a cut here, so I didn't think it had one, but I was just messing around with it a little bit and can clearly see that that gives you a full 360 rotation in that upper thigh too, so that's pretty sweet. All right, so I popped down that other head as well as the other hand so we can check out those while we do the electricity. Put those guys around him. I mean, you can really pose them however you want, but that looks pretty sick. Just, you know, in a simple crouching pose. I dig it. So on top of that, the one that everybody probably wants to see is if he can get into a rolled up Blanka ball. And ideally, you'd want him holding his legs all the way up against his torso, but unfortunately, without any type of manipulation or anything, that is really about as close as you're going to get. And I've got his torso crunched. I've got his knees all the way up as far as they can go. And that's just a little, I mean, maybe we can fake it a little bit if we roll the arms then too. So then you can kind of get close to that Blanka ball, but you know, not quite. It would need a little bit more crunch in the abs and a little bit more give in the upper thigh to be able to get into that perfect kind of ball shape. But I mean, it's close enough. It's close enough where you could fake it if you have like a display or something to put him on to roll into that. So still, for the amount of money that it costs, it's you know, pretty good. All right, let's check out Blanka's height here. And again, I'm guessing he's right over that 7-inch mark as well. Get tape measure to go down. Yeah, he's right at that 7-inch mark. So Sagat is just a little bit taller than him. And again, just looking at it in the back of the calves and stuff too, and for the knees, you're going to see that lighter shade of plastic. Yeah, I don't want to throw anybody off with that, so I'm just trying to be as honest as possible with showing you that there's a slight color variation there. Alright guys, so this has been a look at the last wave of Jada Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2 figures. Really looking forward to that Akuma and Balrog, which should be coming out later this month. They're all very cool, very awesome. I think they're all definitely worthy of the price points that come along with them. Again, I think Vega is around 30, Sagat and Blanka are around 35 for those ones. If I had to assign a grade or best to worst out of all of these figures, I would probably say Blanka is the lowest for me, just because of the lack of some of the articulation, some of the miscolored points. Still a great figure, but I'd probably give that a B rating. Sagat has those extra articulation points. Very well detailed figure, comes with a bunch of accessories and everything. I'd probably give Sagat the next highest grade at an A. And I am just over the moon at this Vega figure. Oh my gosh, like for the lowest price out of them all, you get the soft goods with the wire attached, the bendy wire, so you can pose that however you want, multiple head sculpts, the effects parts, and he is just an amazing looking figure. So Vega to me gets the highest grade out of all three of these, probably at the S rank. So yeah, again, really just looking forward to finishing up this line this year. It's been a long time coming, and I know I'm just starting to do reviews on these. I do have the other figures in the line, but since I've already taken those out of package and displayed them, I figured I would just start with the toys that I haven't opened up yet. So yeah, guys, this has been a look at the Ultra Street Fighter 2 Vega, Sagat, and Blanka. If you have any questions or anything, please leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to get back to you. Remember to like and share. And if you enjoy this type of content, please check out the channel. Consider subscribing if this is the type of content that you're into. All right, guys, until next time, take care and have fun.
Cracking open some toys, man, what you gonna do? Taking a look at Jada Ultra Street Fighter 2. I'm perfect.